Chapter 14. Ryan. Ash and Mel were talking, heads together. She was smiling at him. I suddenly wished like hell some girl would smile at me. No chance of that just now. It was totally unfair, I told myself for the 10,000th time. Other people made mistakes when they were driving and got away with it, but not me. Brittany sat down, staring at nothing. How is she? Mel asked, but the other girl just shook her head. Let's go, I said to Ash. I had to get outside, into the fresh air. I hesitated, then told Brittany, You were good. She didn't look at me. I thought I'd sleep that night, but I was awake a lot. About 3 o'clock, I sat on the edge of my bed, looking out at the garden shadows again. Something sped down the dark night sky. A meteorite. A speck of dust maybe 80 kilometres high, burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. We'd learned about them in science, a sign of something. I had no idea. After the patient was settled in Ward 11, her parents were given reading material explaining the slow nature of recovery from head injury. They were encouraged to be realistic but hopeful, and reminded that it was still early days. Ryan. The weekend went fast. Time speeded up since I knew she was going to live. Saturday morning, I slept till 10. Must have been making up for the night. Mum and John yawned and drank coffee and read the paper and yawned some more. I did a couple of hours on a food technology assignment. I can write well. Yeah, sounds like I'm so up myself, but it's true. Just like it was true that someone else was in hospital with her life and education and everything going nowhere. In the afternoon, Vince and I did some more car polishing for his old man. Everything I said, he went, yeah, or right. Like some little kid scared he'd get into trouble if I told on him. 3 weeks back, I knew that Vince and I would be mates forever. But that was 3 weeks back. When I came home, there was a letter waiting for me. I saw the word police on the envelope, and I knew. The youth aid section wanted me to attend a conference where the road accident causing injury to Tara Melanie Gower would be considered. So the next stage was coming. Tara. I was at the bottom of a swimming pool. I could breathe, but I wanted to get up, see above the surface. People were calling to me, slow and far away. Mum, Dad, someone from school, someone with strange English. A couple of times I got near the surface. I started to see colours and lights. It was all blurry, and then I sank down again. My whole body ached. People kept touching me and moving me. Some of it was nice. Some just made me feel tired. Why didn't they leave me alone? Something really scary had happened. There was a car, I know that now. Faces inside it. My mind didn't want to think about it. By the start of the 4th week, the patient was more awake and beginning to move. However, she still did not seem to be responding to other people. Physiotherapy with the tilt table continued. The tracheotomy and nasogastric feeding tubes remained. Ryan. TKD on Sunday. Greg put me through a really hard pattern of kicks and blocks. I was just finishing when I saw someone standing and watching. Ash. My stomach tightened. Then he grinned and I relaxed again. Thought I'd watch the fighting machine in action, he said, after we'd done our final stretches. Hey, got some good news. Mel's been up at Central again. Tara's moving and making noises. I stared. What sort of noises? Ash shrugged. Mel said they were like little grunts and things. But that's cool, eh? I didn't know if it was or not. Couldn't she talk? But Ash was going on. She's opened her eyes a few more times too, Mel says. Her parents keep telling her to nod her head if she can hear them. He hesitated. She hasn't yet. I did sleep well on Sunday night. So well that I spent half of Monday yawning. Most kids at school had forgotten the accident. Some of my mates ask, any news? But you can tell it's over as far as they're concerned. Like I said, people are so separate. I rang victim support on Monday afternoon. When the phone went an hour later, it wasn't them. It was Mr. Gower. Yes, Tara was moving her legs and arms, though the doctor couldn't tell how much was deliberate. She wasn't twitching the way she'd been before. The hospital was thinking of getting her to start sitting in a wheelchair to help strengthen her muscles. A wheelchair? That had to be good. Can I see her again? Silence for a second. When Mr. G answered, I could hear the tiredness. Yes, just for a little while, you understand. Thursday. Tara. Time passed. I knew that. Sometimes things were dark and quiet. Other times there were people moving. The soft, fluffy feeling in my hand had gone. Why? I thought about it while more time went past. The place where I was grew dark again. Then people and noises came back. Why didn't they give me that fluffy thing? I was getting pissed off with them. They talked at me all the time, but they never listened. So I'd make them listen. I opened my eyes. It was all bright and blurry again. Things kept coming and going, but I half saw someone. Mum? Ryan. So I went to school on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. I coached the juniors at TKD, and Greg said, "Good focus, mate." I got 86% for my IT assignment. The house was empty when I got home on Thursday. Mum was doing work experience for her office skills course. I made myself a sandwich and caught a bus to Central Hospital. As I pushed through the double doors into Ward 11, an Asian couple came towards me, talking quietly. She had her hand on his arm. I held the door for them. The woman said, "Thanks, you," and the man smiled. I was half a dozen steps into the ward when I remembered Ash mentioning a Chinese guy bringing in a stuffed toy for Tara. I looked back. He was standing by the doors, watching me. The door to her room was slightly open. Someone murmured on the other side, her mother. I wanted to turn and walk away, but I sucked in some air and knocked. Mrs. Gower called, "Come in." I stepped inside, and the girl was looking at me.